Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Naresh Mago and with me is Renuka with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says there cannot be any compromise on integrity and unity of the country. Confers awards for excellence in public administration 2021 on Civil Services Day. Prime Minister to address the nation on the occasion of 400th Prakash Parv of Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji at Red Fort in New Delhi tonight. Prime Minister to inaugurate 7th edition of Rayasena Dialogue on the 25th of this month. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson visits various establishments in Gujarat, may announce investments in science and technology collaborations. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh to inaugurate Deaf Connect 2.0 to woo investors in New Delhi tomorrow. Government to issue quality-centric guidelines for electric vehicles to minimize road accidents, announces Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari. Atal Pension Yojana enrollments cross 4.01 crore by end of March 2022. In Santosh Trophy football, match between Karnataka and defending champions services underway at Payanad Stadium. And in IPL cricket, Mumbai Indians take on Chennai Super Kings at Navi Mumbai this evening. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said there cannot be any compromise on the integrity and unity of the country. Mr. Modi was addressing after conferring Prime Minister's Award for Excellence in Public Administration on Civil Services Day. Mr. Modi said the nation was built by all those who followed the path of innovation with the mantra of nation first. He said every civil servant needs to lead India to newer heights.
हमारा पहला लक्ष्य है कि देश में सामान्य से सामान्य मानवीय के जीवन में बदलाव आए, उसके जीवन में सुगमता आए और उसे इसका एहसास भी हो। अगर मैं दूसरे लक्ष्य की बात करूं तो ग्लोबलाइजेशन हम पिछले कई दशकों से सुन रहे हैं। हो सकता है भारत कभी दूर से इन चीजों को देखता था, आज भारत का पोजीशनिंग बदल रहा है और ऐसे में हम देश में जो भी करें उसको वैश्विक संदर्भ में करना अब हमारे लिए समय की मांग है। अगर मैं आज तीसरे लक्ष्य की बात करूं, सिविल सर्विस का सबसे बड़ा काम और वो है देश की एकता, देश की अखंडता, उसमें हम कोई कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं कर सकते।
The Prime Minister said India at 100 should be a watershed moment and the next 25 years should be seen as a single time unit. The Prime Minister said during the last 8 years, many behavioral changes have been seen among people due to government campaigns.
भारत कहां पहुंचेगा और राज्य कहां पहुंचेगा, हमने 75 साल इन सारे लक्ष्यों को लेकर के चले हैं। इंडिया एट 100 डिस्ट्रिक्ट हम 25 साल में कहां ले जाएंगे, हिंदुस्तान में मेरा डिस्ट्रिक्ट नंबर 1 बना करके रहूंगा। कोई भी क्षेत्र ऐसा नहीं होगा कि मेरा डिस्ट्रिक्ट पीछे हो, कितने ही प्राकृतिक मुश्किलों वाला जिला होगा तो भी मैं करके रहूंगा। ये इंस्पिरेशन, ये सपना, ये संकल्प और उसके लिए सिद्धि प्राप्त करने के लिए निरंतर पुरुषार्थ और परिश्रम, इसकी संभावनाओं को लेकर के हम चले तो ये सिविल सर्विस डे हमारे लिए एक नई प्रेरणा का कारण बन जाएगा।
Mr. Modi highlighted that India has created 14 unicorn startups in just 3 months of 2022. He called this a major achievement for the nation. A total of 16 awards for 5 identified priority programs and for innovations in the sphere of public administration and delivery of services were given this year. The awards have been instituted with a view to recognizing the extraordinary and innovative work done by districts, implementing units, and central and state organizations for the welfare of common citizens. On the occasion, the Prime Minister also released e-books on priority programs and on innovations, comprising success stories on the implementation of the identified priority programs and innovations. The Agriculture Department of Union Territory of Ladakh has also received the Prime Minister's Award for Excellence in Public Administration for the year 2021. Prime Minister Narendra Modi presented the award to UT Secretary Ravinder Kumar for Excellence in Public Administration in Innovation State category for the Ladakh Greenhouse Project. The award consists of a trophy, a citation and a cash award of 20 lakh rupees for the implementation of the project. Datia in Madhya Pradesh was among the districts that received the award today. Talking to AIR News, District Magistrate of Datia, Sanjay Kumar said,
बहुत ही खुशी की बात है, गर्व का विषय है कि प्रधानमंत्री एक्सीलेंस अवार्ड इन पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन दतिया जिले को प्राप्त हुआ है मध्य प्रदेश में। और हम सबके लिए ये बहुत ही ऐतिहासिक दिन है और ये पुरस्कार बेसिकली हम लोगों को कुपोषण से लड़ने के क्षेत्र में जो हमारा एक दतिया मॉडल है उसके लिए प्राप्त हुआ है। और ये मॉडल है बेसिकली कुपोषित बच्चों को अडॉप्ट करने का। कुछ ऐसे अडॉप्टर जिनके पास कैपेसिटी है ये समझने का कि कोई बच्चा कुपोषित क्यों है, उसको कुपोषण से सुपोषण की यात्रा कराने के लिए क्या कुछ करना पड़ेगा, तो ये डॉक्टर उनके साथ कुपोषण से सुपोषण की यात्रा में उनके सहभागी होते हैं।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will participate in the celebrations of the 400th Prakash Parv of Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji at Red Fort in New Delhi this evening. Mr. Modi will address the gathering and also release a commemorative coin and a postage stamp on the occasion. The program is being organized by the Government of India in collaboration with the Delhi Sikh Gurudwara Management Committee.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the 7th edition of Raisina Dialogue on the 21st of this month. Briefing the media in New Delhi today, Ministry of External Affairs spokesman Arindam Bagchi said President of the European Union Ursula von der Leyen will be the chief guest in the dialogue.
The 7th edition of the Raisina Dialogue will be inaugurated on Monday, the 25th of April, and this time we are happy to announce that we can do it in in-person format, unlike in the past. Because of COVID, we had to do it virtually. It will be over 3 days, 25th to 27th. This year also, I'm happy to announce that the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, will inaugurate the dialogue. Inaugural session will have the chief guest as the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen. Apart from Her Excellency Ursula von der Leyen, we will have the presence of former Prime Minister of Sweden, Carl Bildt, then former Prime Minister of Canada, Stephen Harper, former President of Maldives, Mohammed Nasheed, former Prime Minister of Australia, Anthony Abbott. We will also counting on a pre-recorded message from the President of the UN General Assembly, His Excellency Abdullah Shahid.
Mr. Bagchi said Raisina Dialogue will have around 100 sessions with over 210 speakers from 90 countries.
This year, the theme that we have for this year's edition is called Terra Nova, Impassioned, Impatient and Imperiled. There are multiple formats. There will be 6 broad thematic pillars: rethinking democracy, end of multilateralism, a networked global order, water caucuses, turbulent tides in the Indo-Pacific, communities incorporated, first responders to health, development and planet, achieving green transitions, common imperative, diverging realities, and an interesting one called Samson versus Goliath, the persistent relentless tech wars.
Our correspondent reports that the Raisina Dialogue is a multilateral conference committed to addressing the most challenging issues facing the global community. Every year, global leaders in policy, business, media and civil society are hosted in New Delhi to discuss cooperation on a wide range of pertinent international policy matters. The conference is hosted by the Observer Research Foundation in collaboration with the Ministry of External Affairs. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is expected to announce investments in science and technology collaborations in Gujarat. He visited Gujarat Biotechnology University, Gift City in Gandhinagar and also visited the JCB company plant at Halol near Vadodara along with Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel. According to sources, the Gujarat Biotechnology University is under construction at the cost of about 200 crore rupees. It is being established by the Science and Technology Department of Gujarat and the University of Edinburgh, United Kingdom. The British Prime Minister visited research facilities at Gujarat Biotechnology University and interacted with research scholars and faculty members. The British Prime Minister also met Chairman of Adani Group, Mr. Gautam Adani, in Ahmedabad. The British Prime Minister also visited Sabarmati Ashram and paid rich tribute to Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation. He also visited the Akshardham temple in Gandhinagar.
Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh is to inaugurate DefConnect 2.0, organized by Innovations for Defence Excellence Defence Innovation Organization IDEX-DIO in New Delhi tomorrow. The event will attract a large number of innovators and investors from the country's leading industries in the defence sector. It will include sessions with stalwarts of the industry, various announcements and static exhibitions of an array of startups supported by IDEX-DIO. The DefConnect will provide a unique opportunity for innovators associated with IDEX-DIO to showcase their capabilities, products and state-of-the-art technologies to the target audience of the industry leaders. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh reiterated that disengagement and de-escalation is the way forward along the northern borders. Mr. Singh expressed full confidence that while troops are standing firm, the ongoing talks for peaceful resolution will continue. Mr. Singh was speaking at the Army Commanders' Conference being held in New Delhi. Mr. Singh stated that unconventional and asymmetric warfare, including hybrid war, will be part of the future wars. He said cyber, information, communication, trade and finance have all become an inseparable part of future conflicts. Referring to the situation along the western borders, he complimented the Army's response to cross-border terrorism. However, the proxy war by the adversary continues.
The External Affairs Ministry has said that India has received a request from Japan for permission to land in Mumbai to pick up humanitarian supplies from the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees UNHCR depot for Ukraine and its neighbouring countries. While briefing media in New Delhi today, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Arindam Bagchi said approval has been conveyed for picking of such supplies from India.
We had received a request from Japan to land in Mumbai to pick up humanitarian supplies from the UNHCR depot for Ukraine and its neighboring countries. We have conveyed our approval for picking up such supplies from India using commercial aircraft. So that is one aspect of it. There is a separate request for overflight clearance of SDF aircraft across India, and that is a separate thing, and that has also, I understand, been processed. Humanitarian cargo, as per established norm, that has been processed.
Mr. Bagchi condemned U.S. Representative Ilhan Omar's visit to a part of the Indian Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir that is currently illegally occupied by Pakistan.
Representative Ilhan Omar, Congresswoman, we have noted that she has visited a part of the Indian Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir that is currently illegally occupied by Pakistan. If such a politician wishes to practice her narrow-minded and politics at home, that may be her business. But violating our territorial integrity and sovereignty in its pursuit makes this ours, and we think the visit is condemnable.
Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari today said the government has constituted an expert committee to inquire into several mishaps involving electric two-wheelers which has come to light in the last 2 months. He said the expert committee will make recommendations on the remedial steps. Addressing the American Chamber of Commerce in India's 30th AGM on transforming to seamless supply chain, digitization and multimodal connectivity virtually, Mr. Gadkari said, based on reports, the government will issue necessary orders on the defaulting companies and will also issue quality-centric guidelines for electric vehicles. Mr. Gadkari said if any company is found negligent in their processes, heavy penalty will be imposed and a recall of all defective vehicles will also be ordered. Total enrollments under Atal Pension Yojana APS scheme have crossed 4.01 crore as on March this year, out of which more than 99 lakh accounts for the scheme were opened during the last financial year. The scheme has seen this tremendous success due to the active participation of all categories of banks. Around 71% of the enrollments done by public sector banks, 19% by regional rural banks, 6% by private sector banks, and 3% by payment and small finance banks. State Bank of India, Indian Bank, Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, and Central Bank of India achieved their annual targets for the scheme in the public sector bank category. Out of the total enrollments under the scheme as on 31st March this year, nearly 80% subscribers have opted for 1,000 rupees pension plan and 13% for 5,000 rupees pension plan.
You're listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says there cannot be any compromise on integrity and unity of the country. Confers Awards for Excellence in Public Administration 2021 on Civil Services Day. Prime Minister to address the nation on the occasion of 400th Prakash Parv of Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji at Red Fort in New Delhi tonight. Prime Minister to inaugurate the 7th edition of Raisina Dialogue on the 25th of this month. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson visits various establishments in Gujarat, may announce investments in science and technology collaborations. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh to inaugurate Deaf Connect 2.0 in New Delhi tomorrow to woo investors. Government to issue quality-centric guidelines for electric vehicles to minimize road accidents, announces Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari. Atal Pension Yojana enrollments cross 4.01 crore by end of March 2022. In Santosh Trophy football, match between Karnataka and defending champion Services underway at Pioneer Stadium. And in IPL cricket, match between Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings underway at Navi Mumbai. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alert.
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग हेतु संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर।
8700014242।
And now, let's listen to our special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव।
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation.
India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse
Today's episode, we remember freedom fighter Taravati, who was born on the 21st of April 1908 in Bhatinda, Punjab. She actively participated in the Swadeshi movement, non-cooperation movement and salt satyagrah.
Taravati's father Murari Lal was deeply influenced by Arya Samaj. He ensured the education of Taravati and sent her to Lahore for school education. Even after her marriage, she remained committed to the cause of independence and joined the Indian National Congress along with her husband.
She actively promoted the use of khadi. In 1930, she took part in a satyagrah in Muzaffarnagar against the sale of liquor. Taravati's 3-month-old daughter was incarcerated along with her for 3 months. With Vande Mataram and Jai Hind on her lips, Taravati spent 3 months in prison weaving khadi and following the path of Mahatma Gandhi.
She was also imprisoned during the Quit India movement and sent to jail in Varanasi. Talking exclusively to All India Radio, Taravati's son, Dr. Praveen Kumar Gupta, recalled her nationalistic zeal.
A firm follower of Arya Samaj, Ammaji devoted her life to social service. She started a free vocational training school for poor girls and an old age home for senior citizens. She strongly believed in Vinoba Bhave's Bhudan movement and worked for it.
Taravati died in 2007 at her residence in Muzaffarnagar, Uttar Pradesh. AIR salutes the great daughter of India.
We also remember Assamese freedom fighter Mangovind Chakravarti, who was born on the 21st of April 1893 in a remote village of Satrasal in Dhubri district of Assam. Chakravarti left his law studies and joined the non-cooperation movement on the clarion call of Mahatma Gandhi in 1921. Mangovind joined the freedom movement as a student activist. After completing his graduation in Calcutta in 1919, he returned to Assam and worked in his village for the upliftment of the poor and women on the issues of education and health. After joining the non-cooperation movement in 1921, Mangovind organized burning of foreign clothes in the streets of Calcutta and started wearing khadi, which he continued to do throughout his life. He was jailed many times for his active participation in the freedom movement. After independence, Manu Govind worked for the upliftment of the backward areas. By his relentless efforts, he established 9 schools, 4 government dispensaries and 2 post offices in Dhubri district. Manu Govind died on the 28th of April 1973 in Dhubri. The then President of India, Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed, was among the first ones who sent a telegram of condolence to the bereaved Chakravarti family. We salute the great freedom fighter. We remember freedom fighter Ganpat Rai Pandey, who took part in the First War of Indian Independence in 1857. Born on the 17th of January 1809 in Ranchi, Jharkhand, Ganpat Rai was the Diwan of the Maharaja of Chota Nagpur and took an active part in the 1857 uprising.
He was captured by the British forces in March 1858. His property was confiscated and he was executed by hanging on the 21st of April 1858 in Ranchi. We salute the great martyr.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
कंपटीशन की अगर आप कर रहे हैं तैयारी तो उनके लिए ऑल इंडिया रेडियो पर हम लाए हैं अभ्यास, एक ऐसा कार्यक्रम जिसमें आप पूछेंगे सवाल व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 पर या फिर ईमेल करेंगे abhyas.airnews@gmail.com पर और हमारे विशेषज्ञ देंगे इसका जवाब। आपका अभ्यास हमारा प्रयास।
FSSAI has launched a Food Safety Connect app for food business operators and consumers. Download this app from Google Play Store and easily apply for FSSAI registration. Consumers can use this app to register food-related complaints. Home Minister Amit Shah has described terrorism as the biggest form of human rights violation and said its elimination is necessary to protect human rights. Addressing the 13th National Investigation Agency Day program in New Delhi today, Mr. Shah asked NIA to work with full determination to curb terrorism. He said the Narendra Modi government has adopted zero-tolerance policy towards terrorism and is working to root out this menace from India. About Jammu and Kashmir, the minister said, action against terror funding has greatly helped in curbing terrorism there.
आतंकवाद से लड़ना एक बात है, आतंकियों से लड़ना एक बात है, मगर आतंकवाद को जड़ समेत उखाड़ कर फेंक देना दूसरी बात है। और वो अगर उखाड़ कर फेंकना है तो टेरर फंडिंग की उनकी सारी व्यवस्था को ध्वस्त करना। 18 और 19 में एनआईए ने टेरर फंडिंग के जो मामले रजिस्टर किए, उन्होंने आतंकवाद को जड़ से उखाड़ने में बहुत बड़ा सहायता किया है।
In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, 2 Lashkar-e-Taiba LET terrorists were killed and 3 army soldiers were injured in an encounter that broke out between security forces and terrorists in North Kashmir's Baramulla district today. Russia has claimed the liberation of the flattened city of Mariopol after nearly 2 months of fighting. President Vladimir Putin today hailed the liberation of Mariupol after Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu told him Moscow control the Ukrainian port city apart from the giant Azovstal steel plant. Taking full control of Mariupol on the Azov Sea would be a major strategic victory for Russia, helping it to connect and annex Crimea to the territories of pro-Russian separatists in eastern Ukraine.
Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia has stressed on the need to integrate indigenous medical systems like Ayurveda and Yoga with modern medical practices. Addressing the 62nd Foundation Day event of National Academy of Medical Sciences in New Delhi today, Dr. Mandavia said there should be greater emphasis on research and innovation. He encouraged the Academy and researchers to collaborate with the private sector in research and innovation. More than 4 lakh people participated in Ayushman Bharat block-level health melas across the country yesterday on day 3 of this mega event. The Health and Family Welfare Ministry, in collaboration with states and union territories, is celebrating the 4th anniversary of Ayushman Bharat Health and Wellness Centers under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav from the 16th to the 22nd of this month. From the 18th to the 22nd of April, block-level health melas at more than 1 lakh health and wellness centers in at least one block in each district of the state and union territories are being organized across the country.
India's COVID vaccination coverage has exceeded 187 crore 7 lakh doses today. Over 2 crore 53 lakh first doses vaccine have been administered for the age group of 12 to 14 years. Active caseload currently stands at 13,433. A total of 2,380 new cases were reported in the last 24 hours. The recovery rate currently stands at 98.76%. National Apprenticeship Mela 2022 is being organized across the country in more than over 700 locations today. Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Minister Dharmendra Pradhan launched the Apprenticeship Mela at an event in New Delhi today. He said the initiative will empower the youth of the nation. He stated that people will be job creators through this apprenticeship program. Mr. Pradhan said apprenticeship boosts the confidence level of a person.
In the Santosh Trophy football final group encounter, the match between Karnataka and defending champions Services is underway at the Payanad Stadium. Karnataka are leading with 1-0 till half-time when reports last came in. Earlier in the day, Manipur beat Gujarat by 2-0 at the Kotapadi Stadium. In IPL cricket, Mumbai Indians were 119 for 6 in 17 overs against Chennai Super Kings at Dr. D.Y. Patil Stadium in Navi Mumbai when reports last came in. Earlier, Chennai Super Kings won the toss and chose to field first.
Sarita Moore and Sushma Shokeen today won bronze medals for India in their respective women's freestyle weight categories at the Asian Wrestling Championships in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. India have so far won 7 bronze medals at the championships. Indian Greco-Roman wrestlers concluded their campaign at the championships with 5 medals yesterday.
The Sensex and the Nifty today surged around 1.5%. Domestic stock indices climbed for the second day in a row amid mixed cues from global share markets. Here is a report from the business desk.
Sensex climbed 874 points, 1.53% to finish at 57,912. Nifty also surged by 256 points, 1.49% to settle at 17,393. In the foreign exchange market, the rupee appreciated by 5 paise against the US dollar. The domestic currency finished at 76 rupees and 16 paise against the American unit. Gold prices fell 350 rupees at the multi-commodity exchange for June contracts. The precious metal was trading at 52,280 rupees per 10 gram, and Brent crude was trading around $108.20 per barrel. Arjun Chaudhary for AIR News.
Now let us take a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. The national capital Delhi will have a partly cloudy sky. The minimum temperature will be around 24 degrees Celsius, while the maximum is expected to be around 30 degrees. Mumbai will have a generally cloudy sky. The minimum temperature will be 27 degrees, while the maximum is expected to be around 33 degrees. Chennai is likely to have a partly cloudy sky. The minimum temperature will be 29 degrees Celsius and the maximum is expected to be around 33 degrees. Kolkata is likely to have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. The minimum temperature will be 27 degrees Celsius and the maximum will be around 34 degrees. Srinagar will have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. Jammu is expected to have a partly cloudy sky. Leh, Gilgit and Muzaffarabad will have a generally cloudy sky. Visakhapatnam will have a generally cloudy sky. And Guwahati, Imphal, Shillong, Aizawl, Kohima, Itanagar, Gangtok and Agartala will have a generally cloudy sky with a few spells of rain or thunder showers. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says there cannot be any compromise on integrity and unity of the country. Confers awards for excellence in public administration 2021 on Civil Services Day. Prime Minister to address the nation on the occasion of 400th Prakash Parv of Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji at Red Fort in New Delhi tonight. Prime Minister to inaugurate the 7th edition of Raisina Dialogue on the 25th of this month. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson visits various establishments in Gujarat. May announce investments in science and technology collaborations. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh to inaugurate DefConnect 2.0 in New Delhi tomorrow to woo the investors. Government to issue quality-centric guidelines for electric vehicles to minimize road accidents, announces Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari. Atal Pension Yojana enrollments crossed 4.01 crore by end of March 2022. In Santosh Trophy football, match between Karnataka and defending champions Services underway at Payanad Stadium. In IPL, match between Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings underway at Navi Mumbai. With that, we end the evening news. Good night.